Alright, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Dodge Roll Update, the weekly gaming podcast. What the fuck is that face, Carlo?
I was expecting you to not look at me.
The weekly gaming podcast. What's going on, guys? We got Bone, Carlo, and Purple Dragon. We added some shit. Doesn't it look nice? Looks fancy?
I don't know, I would love to see it, but for some reason my net's decided to be a butthole.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks sexy right there.
Yeah, man. We got some new stuff. We got our names. It's the at Purple Dragon Games, at Bone Disaster, at Colossalis. Pretty much our YouTube. You can find me at Purple Dragon Games on Twitter as well. And I think Colo was Colossalis, right? At Colossalis on Twitter.
Yeah, man.
So it's our YouTube and our Twitter. Boom. Booyah. So, okay, so something new that we're going to be doing every week on the podcast is we're going to be, doing our intro like we normally would do right now. And then we're going to talk about ourselves a little bit. Try to make, just try to talk to you guys about how we're doing, what games we're playing. We might talk about some real life stuff that's going on. Maybe just give you a little bit of the inside of the DodgeRollGames and, get to know us for who we are. And not just our personalities.
YouTubers are people.
Yeah, man.
How about we start off with Bone? You had some fun stuff.
No, nothing too major. Nothing too major. Jumped off a long cliff. Nothing major. Nah, he's talking about I got married, man. We're an actual legit little family now. Me, my wife, and my daughter.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Took the dive. You guys get to see my disgustingly dirty room behind me. Have like 2 air cans sitting on my wife's desk right now, and you see a pillow, and it's a mess. It's a mess in here.
What games have you been playing, Bone?
Dark Souls 3.
Dark Souls. Yeah, that friggin' the hardest Dark Souls boss ever, or whatever he is, man. Getting my ass whooped on that. And I would like to give a little shout out to a little gym that I discovered the other day, man. One Troll Army. It's actually a really fun game, man. If you like base management and the whole like tower defense thing, it's actually a really fun game, and it's free to play too.
Okay.
I might have to try that. I didn't know it was a tower defense game. Fun fact about Purple Dragon: Balloons Tower Defense 5. I've bought 3 different times.
That's an amazing game. Yeah.
Because I love that. I bought it on my old phone. And then I didn't have, that's back when the Google Play didn't do cloud saves. So I couldn't get my game back, so I bought it again. And then I think I bought it on the PS3 as well. So,
that's the one where you're like the monkey army and you're trying to kill little balloons.
Yeah. You can do super monkeys, monkey god, cyber monkeys, dude. I got to round 170 something, I think. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to give that game a try.
That sounds impressive.
Not really. I've seen people kill. There's like world records of people going to like 1,000 or something like that. But that was literally me playing at school, just opening my phone every now and again, just tapping, pressing play, and then just letting it play itself, pretty much. Hey, what's going on with you, Carlo? You got some stuff going on?
Yeah, I'll be moving away pretty soon, so I'm gonna have to dip a break from YouTube. But other than that, we're focusing on getting back to my role, to the support role in Heroes of the Storm, playing some Overwatch here and there, and just working away as well.
Yeah, man.
Not too much.
Yeah, not much going on with me either.
Since he won't do a shameless plug, I'll do a shameless plug for him. I'm telling you, you guys need to go check out the Gears of War series he's doing. It's been fun, man. I've been along every step of the ride. I've been along, man. It's been a fun ass ride.
That means a lot, man.
Yeah, man. I ain't got much going on myself. Just kind of growing out my hair. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Like, I'm trying to get my hair long again. Like, something, y'all both seen me by now, right? Everybody's seen me by now. And my hair actually used to be down, like, in the middle of my shoulder blades.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I used to have really, really long hair back in high school. And I actually got up like an hour early every single day to take a shower, blow dry, straighten, like the whole 9 yards, man. Because if I didn't, by the time I went outside, humidity would hit and it would just look like a fucking
Purple, I swear, dude. The more me and you talk, man, the more
Worst.
you sound like my brother.
The worst. It was the worst.
I swear.
Dude.
It's crazy.
Like, I remember one time I went to Walmart to get a haircut, and they cut it. You know that chick Lori from That 70s Show?
Yeah.
That's what my hair looked like after I got done with that haircut.
Oh, dude.
It was. I was so pissed. I was so
I bet.
pissed. Other than that, though, you know, I'm playing Overwatch like a lot. I'm like, I think I'm level 16 or 15 or something like that right now.
Yeah, man.
And I've been playing a lot. I'm really liking Reaper right now. Like, Reaper's my shiznizzle.
Yeah.
And I cannot say, but I may or may have like 24 loot boxes to open. May or may not.
Oh shit, pay to win.
May or may not. No, man, it's pay to look good is what it is. I'm going for that Reaper skin, man. I want it so bad. And you know, because I want it so bad, it's going to be the last fucking skin I get. You know that, right? Like, I'm going to have every other legendary skin in the game. It's going to be that Reaper skin. I'm not going to have it yet. That's my luck, dude. I used to play Destiny. I'm used to this kind of bullshit RNG.
Yeah, I play Destiny too.
Yeah, I was, I don't know how much you played, but I was about a good 1,200 or 1,200, 1,500 hours in.
Oh shit, no way. I maximum I put in was like 50 or something.
I was like 1,000 plus. I literally bought every expansion, played every expansion, beat everything in the game that there is to beat. Until Heroes of the Storm.
Oh yeah.
Stopped playing Destiny and started playing Heroes. I pretty much, back then I was PlayStation 4. I had a PC, but I played my PlayStation 4. But then started playing Heroes of the Storm, started playing with Bone, Edak, Rick, and all them guys, and I just kind of dropped my PS4, and it became my secondary console.
Blizzard hears you see that and all, or hears you say that, and all they hear in their head is another one bites the dust.
Yeah, man. I don't play console anymore. I'm a PC master racist. I can't lie. PC master racist,
I
man.
sold mine, so I feel you.
Yeah, man. All right, so y'all ready to get into this Heroes of the Storm business, or y'all have anything else to say?
No, let's move on.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good.
Cool shit. All right, so what do we got going on this week in Heroes of the Storm? Not a lot happened, really. Like, with the Overwatch launch, the hot steam was kind of busy, I guess. Like, not giving a shit and getting the whole Overwatch thing going.
They definitely wasn't busy making that Widowmaker skin. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah, we were supposed to talk about that, weren't we? I remembered things. Yeah, so Widowmaker skin came out. I'm not impressed. It's pretty lackluster. It looks cool.
It's pretty underwhelming.
Yeah, it looks cool. It's cheap. It's $9.99, so it's a standard skin. It's not epic. It's not legendary.
It is $9.99.
Yeah, so it's not that big a deal. Like, it's a regular price skin. But the big thing that gets me personally is that the voice. The voice didn't change at all.
Yeah, it still has Nova voice, but it still costs the same as the skins that actually change the voice and stuff. So
yeah,
I don't know.
It should go down to $750 soon or quick.
Yeah, sure.
I think, because it's not that your Overwatch guys are gonna want to get it, but other than that, I don't like it. Like the voice not changing really fucks me up, dude. Because Widowmaker has a really huh?
I haven't seen it in game yet. I haven't seen nobody play that shit.
One person play it. That's it.
God damn.
But
yeah,
I've
they
been
couldn't
playing
even do an altered voiceover, man. Something's wrong with that.
Yeah, like Widowmaker has a very distinctive voice. Like in Overwatch, when you hear Widowmaker, like, I don't know about y'all, but like sends chill down my spine.
Oh yeah, man. She's got that like fucking sultry, like Russian or whatever it is, like accent on her tones and shit, man. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. Like she's got it.
When she calls out her ultimate, it's like, oh fuck, I gotta run.
Yeah, man. It's like, keep moving. Don't fucking sit in one spot for any more than 2 seconds. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
I think it looks straight up bad. I don't like the skin. I think the second skin thing. No, actually, I think the last one, the orange one, looks pretty okay. But then the other ones are like.
I like the first skin tint just because it looks like Widow, but in a way, it looks too much like Nova in the end. Like, and that's...
And it sounds like Nova.
Yeah, it's still Nova. Like, which, I mean we understand
Nova,
it's a skin, but...
Nova has some cool lines and shit, but again, like, if they would release this as a kind of a Asmodee skin, so, you know, they would change the voice acting and, you know, everything. This would have sold so much more than...
Put a little love and effort into it is basically what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because, like...
The same way they did with Asmodee.
Yeah, Asmodee skin's fucking phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. I hate Asmodee, and that is an amazing skin. Like, it's one of the best skins I've seen on that game.
It's probably the best skin in the game as far as just actually
like that,
making a difference in all the animations. I think it's
exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know, it costs quite a lot. It's kind of similar to how they did it with Leoric. Yeah, Leoric, the same thing. They had, you know, the big hype up where there was a screen release. You know, Space Leoric, kind of a what was it called? Like
Space Lord Leoric.
But yeah, Space Lord Leoric.
Dude, I bought that shit the second.
Dude,
I'm not like the second it
I
came out. I bought it.
I bought it too. I bought it the second.
That's all he talked about for like a month before it came out, dude. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I saw Star Wars and I was excited, and then I love Leoric, so I was even more excited.
Yeah.
Again, like they could have definitely made something bigger out of it, and they just kind of like went with the easy way out. I feel like.
I think it was kind of one of those situations where they had to rush it out because they wanted to get it out before Overwatch.
You think so?
And I think so.
I mean, if they would make it, I mean, I don't play Nova too much, but if they would make it, if they would put more effort into it, you know, kind of make it like Asmodee and, you know, put the voice acting and animations and stuff, I would buy it. I would buy it because, you know, because I do like Widowmaker in the Overwatch, and whenever I would play Nova, I would want to, you know, I would want to have that feeling.
Yeah, I agree. Like, but I just think they had to. They wanted to rush it out because they were like, "Look, Overwatch is coming out in a few days. Let's get this." Because it's, you know, I hate saying this. It makes me sound like a fanboy, but it's Blizzard, dude. Blizzard doesn't half-ass really anything. Blizzard goes all in on most of the things they do. So whenever a skin like this comes out and it seems this underwhelming and it's just not very good, I feel like there has to be a legitimate reason why. Either that or they just said, "Fuck it, who cares?"
Yeah.
So, I kind of hope.
Man. I mean, as somebody who's played WoW a little bit and been around the WoW community and stuff, I can tell you that, I mean, a lot of the times you are right. Like, when Blizzard goes into something, they go in like 100%, but then sometimes, man, they just drop the damn ball on something. Which, I mean, to be fair, though, dude, when you're releasing 1.5 million damn things, I mean, a couple of them people are going to have problems with. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at all the work that they do in all the different games that they have. And not to mention, they still keep up with Diablo 3 and shit. Like, even though Diablo 3 hasn't really had anything new in a little bit, they still keep up with the shit. You know what I'm saying?
I wish they did more with that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The game is really fun, and it's just, it doesn't get a lot of love. Gets your every now and again big patch, but...
I feel like I'm just with you guys, man. I feel like they could have done a lot better. I mean, it's a character that people very... very much like to see. I mean, shit, the article I mentioned to you guys the other day that I was, we don't have a link for it, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but the Pornhub thing, the fucking porn search of Overwatch and shit, that alone, man, should tell you that, I mean, there's money to be made there, you know?
Yeah, but see, when I first heard about the Widowmaker skin, when I first heard about it, I was like, okay, Bone's going to buy that. Like, Bone loves Widowmaker. He loves Nova. Like, he's gonna get it. But then I saw it and I was like, I would, if he wants to buy it, I'm gonna tell him not to, because it's just, that's the skin that I would get if it's $5 off. If it's $5 and it's on a weekly sale, sure, why not?
Yeah, I'll get it on sale. I'll totally pick it up on sale.
But otherwise, I would personally not get it. Oh god, we talked about a skin for almost fucking 10 minutes, guys. We feel very passionately about this skin, everyone. Oh, shit. Okay, so, Kala, why don't you hit us off into these changes, man? Or these changes to be, rather.
So the Garden of Terror.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what happened was a person, you know, basically a huge chunk of community, what they expressed was that they felt like the average game on Garden of Terror is a little bit too long. You know, the games can drag on for 40, 50, 60 minutes, apparently. Apparently.
I've never had a game go past 30
I've
minutes.
never had a Garden of Terror game that was more than 40 minutes. I had ones that were more than 40 minutes. I was like 42 or 43. But that was because of the compositions. Like we had basically no siege damage. They had no siege damage, and that was that. But I've never had anything else, so I cannot say that I'm part of that. I mean, I like that we have maps that actually take a little bit longer. But other than that, people have expressed some concerns about that. And what Blizzard said is that they're looking at the Garden of Terror and decreasing the time to be kind of like on par with every other map. But apparently there's also a bug that kind of pests the Garden of Terror. Apparently sometimes the damage scale up from the overgrowth from the flower which you put down is sometimes not scaling properly, and they're looking at fixing that in the next patch, by the way.
See,
which should really help a lot with the time,
Yeah.
right? Because I mean that thing does huge ass chunks of damage now. Which I don't know about you guys, but I'm still seeing. Well, I know you guys are too because it happened in a game that we were playing the other day. We're still seeing people using the old Garden Terror, like dropping a flower and then running off, and it's just like, what the hell? Where have you guys been for the last forever?
The only thing it does now when you drop it is it disables the structures. That's it. It doesn't
and
do any damage.
you do extra damage.
And
Like,
only Garden of Terror does extra damage.
Yeah, it gives you a personal buff.
And they also increased the timer, the actual cooldown on the overgrowth on the actual thing, just to kind of encourage you to put it down and stay there and knock out the enemy's doors, instead of putting it down, running, and just switching lanes. That was super fucking annoying. So now it's actually, I love what they did with the actual patch, but people still seem to have played the fucking old Garden of Terror.
Yeah, I like it because it makes it doesn't only make the Garden of Terror more of a tactical map, but it makes your team actually have to work with the fucking terror.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just be like, okay, who is it? Arthas, go grab the terror really quick and go do whatever. We're going to push bottom lane. Like, you can't do that anymore. Now it's like, all right, guys, if you want this terror to do something, you either got to go distract them or come with me. Like, that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, I mean, is going to make it feel more balanced if nothing else, too, because, I mean, look at the oh, man.
Dragonshire?
Yeah, Dragonshire, there you go. Look at, like, Dragonshire. Well, that D-Knight hits, man, and it is a fucking deal. Like, I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah, especially...
you're in for something, dude.
Especially 20-minute plus. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, it's
You
fucking
can-
terror.
When he hits the hero, holy shit, he does look like he takes off chunks of damage.
Yeah, like you can go to my channel. I'm going to do a plug here. You can go to my channel and go see a video that I did a long time ago where we had a game. It's actually pretty damn funny. I'm gonna get the link. I'm gonna put it in the description. But it was pretty funny. But they had to win. Like, they were gonna win, right? And then we got one Dragon Knight, and they completely ignored me. And I was in the D-Knight. They ignored me, just 100% ignored me. I pushed from a fucking tower, tier 2 tower. We didn't have the wall down yet. And I pushed from there all the way to the core to the win.
How late?
With one Dragon Knight. It was like 25 minutes.
Oh, God, man. Yeah, those things are fucking beast-like game.
I mean,
That must have been like 30 minutes plus.
They weren't even, like, literally, they literally walked by me. Like, literally, just looked at me and was just like, nah, I'll be fine. Just let him do whatever he's doing. It's cool.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, though, as far as the time limit thing goes, I agree with that. I think that 35, 40 minutes of a game of Heroes of the Storm, that's my main problem with Dota. I love Dota, too. I loved playing it, man, but sitting there for an hour and a half on one damn game, I mean, come on, dude. It gets a little ridiculous after a while. I like the shorter games. I like having 25, 30-minute games, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I like these games where when it's very competitive, but it's like kind of short because for example, one enemy it costs one big mistake of the enemy team and like one obvious mistake that made them lose. I like those games, but what I do really like sometimes is those, like, I do like these prolonged games sometimes. So I do like those 40-minute games sometimes, especially when it's a close game. If it's like a one-sided match and the enemy team just doesn't want to push, they're like playing around. Like, I think we had like a couple of issues, like I think last week when we were playing against like 5-man comps.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't
Right.
want to finish it. They were just wanting to go back and clear other leads out before they finished it. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, they were just playing around. So I don't like these kind of games, but when it's actually a close game, I really enjoy like sometimes like a longer game.
Yeah,
Well,
I
what
could do
I was
with it
gonna
every once
say-
in a while, but
What I was gonna say was that the Garden of Terror in the late game doesn't feel anywhere close as strong as Dragon Knight is.
Oh
Like,
no.
no, yeah, no.
Dragon Knight is
Yeah.
devastating. Like you see that Dragon Knight and you look at that motherfucker and you're like, all right, we gotta kill him now. Like,
Yeah.
and then the Dragon Knight is like, hey, you can try, motherfucker,
Yeah,
but
you
I'm
can
gonna
try.
fight back.
Yeah,
so
man, I
when
play a
you
lot
get-
of tanks, dude, and I'm telling you, man, D-Knight will fucking take you down on a tank like it's nothing
Yeah.
late game.
Yeah, he just melts you. Like,
Ugh,
if the friendly
craziness.
team doesn't focus him, he just melts you down. But again, I'm just saying that Garden of Terror late game sometimes it just feels like it's pretty. I don't know. It doesn't bring as much impact to the actual game.
No, it
Yeah.
doesn't.
No, I
Okay, I just
definitely
sent a link, by the way, to you guys. That's that Dragon Knight video. Holy shit, is my light like blinking or something? That's that Dragon Knight video I was talking about. Or, yeah, the D-Knight video. It was fucking insane. I'm about to put it into the link. I'm about to put the link here in the stream, too. It was
Yeah, I don't
fucking
know.
epic.
But see, I mean, they could always do. I don't know. It's Blizzard, man. They can do whatever the hell they want with it. I mean, they can make it to where the only thing that I'm saying, man, is if you put me on Garden of Terror and you put me on Dragonshire at like 25 minutes and those objective pop on the Dragon Knight map, I'm gonna be like, holy shit, they got a Dragon Knight. On the Garden Terror map, I want to be like, well, okay, they're gonna have a plant pushing. I mean, it's just not. It's not as game changing. Like, it's not as holy shit. Like, you don't have a holy shit moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah, I hope they do buff it up again. I mean, I like the changes. Don't get me wrong, though. I'm with you guys. It makes it more tactical for you to use the plant. You know.
It does, man. Like, I agree
Yeah.
with you, though. Like, when the enemy team gets a Dragon Knight late game, you look at that Dragon Knight and you're like, oh, shit. Like, you're like, they're gonna push in so hard and there's nothing we can do about it. But you see a Terror and you're just like, we could counter push.
Yeah,
Like-
exactly.
Like, we can counter push and we might be able to push. Like, if they're missing 2 or 3 people and they have a Terror and you have 5 people, just push. Like, he
They'll
has
win the
to.
video game.
Yeah, if he doesn't defend, then they're gonna lose. It's
Yeah.
plain and simple. Because Terror just doesn't do enough.
And I've seen that a lot too. I've seen a lot of Garden of Terrors putting themselves too deep, and you can't be like if the enemy decides to assault your base while you're out on a terror, you can't just hit the B button and come back to your base and defend it. Like, you've got to run your big ass all the way back to your base.
That'd be fucked up. Being a fucking Dragon Knight or Terror and be able to Hearthstone back.
But I mean, that's
No, like,
the natural reaction when you look down at your mini map and see a wave coming in. You know what I'm saying? To your core, your natural
I
reaction
legit-
is you want to B button and go defend.
Yeah.
I legitimately saw people in competitive basically do when they had to defend, they art out of the D Knight and just beat back to base.
Yeah, damn. Touche.
I was speaking of that.
Honestly, I swear I've never thought about it. I don't D not much, so I didn't think anything about it.
Yeah,
That's all.
I've actually art out of a D Knight before.
Yeah.
I've only done it like once or twice though. What's next?
We got to change the overall changes, opinions, and I guess.
Didn't you
Well,
say there was
I
something
will-
changing about Chromie?
Yeah, I will direct the
Apparently-
conversation towards Chromie.
There aren't. Yeah. So another thing I read was that what people who are actually good with Chromie are saying is that so Chromie is not the problem. It's the people who are playing her are the problem. Like, they're not positioning well, and you might be asking like what they mean by not positioning well. Well, they are face checking bushes. The placement of their time traps is really bad. They're placing themselves on the flank where she's very, very weak against dive heroes like Tyria, like Illidan, like Zeratul.
Great man.
Greymane. You should always, like, I've played her enough, and I can say that, keep the friendly team between you and the enemy team. That's why I always go for the reaching through time talent, which increases my range. I can stay even further back and still poke with my damage at the enemy team, even though my friendly team is in between me and them. Like, the damage over range you can get with Chromie is just ridiculous sometimes, and You should never place her on the flank. Never. Like, just so weak. You should always try to place your time traps wherever you think you'll be escaping. If, for example, let's say Illidan, uses his hunt on you, in the late game, you should be really wait. Of course, I'm talking a little bit more like pre-made stuff, but you should be waiting for your friendlies to escort you through the map just because you're so fucking weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she has like the second smallest health pool in the game
Now,
as far as
I'm not-
actual heroes are
I'm
considered.
not trying to suck my own dick here. It's a legitimate question, Kahlo. But what do you think about like how I was convinced that Anubarak needed a nerf? He was so strong, and
Yeah.
you guys claim that it's just where I've used Anubarak so much and I'm so good with him and stuff. Well, shouldn't the opposite work there? Just because a few people are really good with Chromie, that doesn't mean that she's in a perfect spot. That just means that those few people are playing her exactly the way that she should be played, right? Wouldn't that work the advanced way or the opposite way?
So she is like one of the I found it. She's like one of the tougher heroes to play. Like she's along there with like Vikings and Rexar, I would say. Not because she can't deal damage, not because not because you have to macro multiple things at the same time. No, not because of that. Just because you have to predict where the people are going, and do it at a really far range. And you also have to do all of that while you're also managing your little small body to not get raped by someone like Illidan or Tyrael.
Yeah.
So that's the main reason. I mean, my win rate with Chromie is 75% right now.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good, dude.
And the overall win rate is 30 something, like 32 or 33.
Which I said that was gonna happen. Like I predicted that before Chromie came out.
Oh yeah, people are just not used to that shit. Like she is so much different to what every other burst does. Like Li Ming, I think she's like the fixed version of Li Ming a little bit. Because
She's what
Li Ming will just do.
This is what I said when I first played Chromie. Chromie is what Li Ming was supposed to be. That's what they did.
Yeah.
Like, she's meant to be at long range. She's meant to kill, but she's very, very squishy, very susceptible to CC. But Li Ming was kind of like, hey, man, I get a fucking shield for a quarter of my health. I can teleport every 4 seconds, and I can kill you with... yeah, and I can kill you... Hell, I can kill you with my teleport.
I will
Fuck
say
it.
this now, though. Every good Chromie that I've been against, or even friendly Chromies that I've been with, dude, those bitches can snipe for days. I mean, fucking days, man. It's crazy.
And it makes a difference in a team fight. Seriously does. It makes you have to dive to focus that bitch. If you don't, you're just gonna die to her poke.
I just didn't quite think that Q was going to be such a snipe tool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I knew it was going to be some damage, but that is a snipe tool, dude. Like, you can take people out with that damn thing.
Yeah, and what also people do wrong is they do the combo wrong. So what they do is they go Q into your W, but your W doesn't have a cast time. So if you cast that first, and then when the W hits, that's when your cast time and your actual duration of your Q will hit as well. So you'll be able to hit the same target basically at the same time, doing some huge bursts. So don't do Q into W, do W into Q.
I learned that one the hard way.
I see that's some good tips for somebody like me who's not tried Chromie out yet. And, the first time she's free, I'll be trying her.
When I first played Chromie, I kept doing QW. And I was like, why am I not landing my shit? And then I realized that, like, my second game, I was like, oh, I'm doing this wrong.
My Q has a cast time.
Yeah, my W doesn't. What the fuck?
Well, and I seriously agree with the article that you guys sent me. I skimmed through it and stuff and read over it and stuff. And I also agree with them on the people aren't using their time traps defensively enough. Like, they're thinking them as just a shitty ability to, hey, let's see if this person's going to come in top and gank me. No, it's not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be something for you to fall back to personally to protect your own ass.
You see me, like, when I played Chromie the few times, I threw that bitch, like, right in the middle of a lane at the beginning of the game. And then I would go sit behind my gate. So they don't know I'm there, they don't know the time trap's there, and then as soon as someone gets stuck, fucking boom. That's almost an instant. Usually, it's an instant kill. At level 1, almost, I would say, as long as they're not a warrior, you can probably instant kill whoever's in it. Probably. Unless it's Asmodan. Asmodan has the biggest outpull in the fucking game. It's just
Yeah, I
fucked
would
up.
definitely, if you're having problems against Chromie or as playing Chromie, I would definitely suggest you go down to that description and check out that link to that article. I mean, the dude, I mean, he sounds like he knows what the hell he's talking about with Chromie. Kahlo is a good Chromie that I've seen. I've actually played a couple times with Kahlo, and you know, as he said, his win weight's 75% right now, so that means he's got to be doing something right with her, you know. But
Yeah.
I would definitely go check out that link. He's got a lot of information that'll really help. Not necessarily change your gameplay with her, but tweak the way you play her to
Yeah.
help you play better.
I mean, honestly, I even picked up a talent which gave you a slow after somebody walks into your trap, just because it gives you so much more escapes. It gives you so much more ways to set up your combo. Like you can even kill somebody who's chasing you,
Yep.
just because you turn around on them, and you will basically predict where they'll be going. You know, unless it's someone like Illidan who can dive right over you, you will be kind of able to predict where they will be going chasing you. Therefore, you can just kind of, if they're slow, you have more time to land your shit.
Greyman. Greyman's one of them.
Yeah,
That he can
exactly.
be really
Greyman,
strong
Kerrigan.
against her, but he can also be really weak against her if he's not careful.
Kerrigan was free, and she was like the pest of. She was just a pest for Chromie. Like I've seen people just didn't know what to do with the Kerrigan, and she's
Yeah.
really bad against Chromie just because she's so squishy.
I'm not gonna lie, I've noticed Kerrigan's coming up in the meta, like not in the meta, but people have been playing Kerrigan a lot more lately. And
I wonder when they're doing that right
like,
now.
I've been seeing a lot of Kerrigans lately, and they've actually
I'm a
some of them have been doing really good.
I'm a huge Kerrigan fan, dude. Huge ass Kerrigan fan. Like I love the Queen of Blades, man. Like oh
Yeah,
my god, I love her.
Kerrigan's 49%.
She went up, dude.
Really?
He went up by 3% over last week just because of Chromie, I think.
I'm telling you, dude. The Kerrigan, I've been seeing Kerrigans come out lately, and you know, there's a lot of them that are really good at Kerrigan. But and all you need to be is good at Kerrigan. It's just in the late game, Kerrigan falls off really hard.
Yeah, I still
Yeah.
feel like Kerrigan's in the exact same place that she's been in, dude. Like she's really good until you get her into late game, or if the enemy team knows how to deal with her. If the enemy team's really good at dealing with Kerrigan, they can handle her too.
She's just like Illidan. If you're ahead, if you have more levels than they do, if you're ahead in buildings than they are, you're gonna have a good time. But if you're behind, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You're fucked because she scales so bad.
So in quick match, she's 50.8.
Boom.
Oh yeah.
Drop the mic
Yeah.
right there, Kerrigan. Boom. Right
Yeah,
there.
for sure. shit.
I honestly think she still needs like a little bit of love. Like,
Oh,
she
she
still
definitely
needs,
does.
a little bit more health, and a little bit like some kind of buff to buff her her late game. But other than that, she's in a way better spot just because of Chromie at least, and people not knowing how to position Chromie.
Well, I
I
really
think-
feel like Kerrigan's major problem is just that she needs some extra way to keep herself alive, man. It's really easy to do like your damage as a Kerrigan. It's just really hard to walk the fuck away from the team fight afterwards. You know what I'm
Give her
saying?
like
Because you're dedicated, like an Illidan or something, man. You are dedicated to that fight once you're in there.
Give her like a first aid or something. Something just small.
I mean, you say that, dude, but she would probably turn into like a fucking terrible demonic being that everybody would hate to fucking
See,
see.
I don't know why everyone's so scared of first aid because it's a really, really, really slow heal. And as deep as Kerrigan goes, you could kill that bitch way before that heal kicks in.
Well, but you got to think you got that first aid on top of her shields building up.
Guys, I just went on the hot logs, and for me on level 7 for Kerrigan says she has adaptation. She has adaptation, like, you know, and it's basically the hacker's ability right there.
I'm going right now to Kerrigan on hot dogs. Hold on.
I'm doing the exact same thing. I was like, wait, what?
Okay.
Yeah, what?
Ravage can be used to jump to allies, refunding
You
half
see
the
it.
cooldown and mana
see it.
cost. Yeah, it's adaptation. That's Dahaka's
Ultimate.
icon. Like, that's fucking weird.
Wait, I'm gonna launch a game and see if the skill's actually called that, because I'm not sure.
Yeah, adaptation. I see it right there.
I'm
In
gonna
the
launch a
game?
game and
Yeah,
see,
I'm in the
I'm
game.
gonna launch a game
Yeah,
and
I'm in the
see
game.
And oh, you see it?
Ravage can be used to jump to allies, refunding half the cooldown.
Does it have a
and
different? Please tell me it has a different icon, right?
It has the same icon as siphoning impact and clean kill.
Yeah, so it has the the Ravage impact.
And Eviscerate. Good God, you can just make them all. You can pretty much do a damn. Oh, dude, they gave Queen's Rush a damn cool friggin' icon too.
Yeah, I told you about that. I played her after the patch.
Oh yeah. Damn.
So wait, she's got a fucking sprint now, or sort of a sprint.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
always
Queen-
had that Queen Rush.
Yeah, she always had that.
Yeah, she's had
Well,
it for
it's not
since
sprint,
they,
though.
they used to have Sprint, and then they changed it to Queen's Rush.
Yeah, it's not
You
sprint.
can-
Sprint is
you can
40%.
You can activate it to get 25% more, and then you also get that after a takedown.
It's a Jinx passive from League of Legends.
That's pretty cool.
That's exactly
I
what
don't like
it is.
it just because I always like lingering essence.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's hard to take it.
let's move on. Let's move on with the changes. Like we've been talking way too long about that. Right, battle momentum changes. What do you guys think?
No one picks battle momentum anymore.
Yeah, no one picks it. I mean, I haven't played enough characters who actually picked it to see the
I
difference.
played Diablo and it sucked.
I played Tyrael and I didn't pick it just because I knew it would suck. But it sucked real dick.
I played Diablo just to see if it like made a difference, and I mean I had my abilities more often, but what are my other abilities doing for me in the grand scheme of things? Like if I use my CC
Yeah.
properly, I don't need them back that quick.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, Diablo is actually a very good example, just because with battle momentum, he also has a very nice survivability tool on his other pick.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
that's the only reason I would go for battle momentum on Diablo. Because on Diablo it was really good, you know, because Diablo has a not a super good, you know, auto attack speed, but it's good enough.
Yeah.
And it made a difference whenever.
It just made it that much quicker. You got your ultimates back, just that
Yeah.
much quicker.
I don't know, man. I like Soul Still better.
It might be healthy for the game overall, but I just don't like the change to the overall battle momentum.
I
No,
think
I'm
they
not-
let it.
I'm
I
not
think they
cool with it
left it
either.
the way it was too long to make this change.
Yeah.
Like if they would have changed it sooner, then people wouldn't be up in arms. But now people are
think-
so used to it that I don't know.
Do you think people are gonna use it if they like buff it up to 1 second reduction?
If they did that, then you would have to. Like I would feel like you'd be robbing yourself not to use it. Because you think about it, 1 second, like Diablo's cooldowns aren't that long. Like I know his
Yeah.
Q is like 6 seconds, his W is 8 seconds, I think. Like he's got
Yeah,
some
something
short
like-
ass cooldowns.
Yeah.
So 1 second would be too good to pass up, I think.
But what does Kerrigan go for if she doesn't go for battle momentum?
Don't ask me, you're asking the wrong person.
I actually forgot her skill tree, so I'll pull that
Yeah,
up.
me
You
too.
guys- you guys keep talking.
Arthas changes are pretty cool. He made a comeback.
Yeah, I like where
Arthas-
Arthas is sitting at right now.
Wait, he's still sitting at 49%, so he went up by 3.5, which still makes him a mediocre character, but
My win rates went up on him. My win rate went up higher than it was.
See, I never really took
Yeah,
I never
shit.
really took battle momentum on Kerrigan anyway, just because of assimilation mastery. Because
Yeah,
there's not
yeah.
really any other way to get mana back on Kerrigan, and if
I
you're,
remember you told me that you watched one of my Kerrigan videos, that's why you started using Assimilation Mastery.
yep, yeah, buddy.
I think Bladed Momentum could be kind of cool, though, on her still. It's a
Yeah,
.75.
just because-
That's the fastest battle momentum out of all the characters.
Yeah, with along with Diablo and
Diablo's is .6.
no 0.75.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought it
yeah.
was
Diablo-
.6.
Tyrande was
Waga.
0.6.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's not a big deal then.
Tyrande was 0.6.
But again, like just because you still might want to pick it up just because you will get your combo much
Yeah.
quicker.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But you're getting your combo a lot quicker,
But the
but,
only
you don't
thing-
have any mana.
The only thing about that, the problem that I'm having here is, I can get my shit back, but what good is that going to do me when I die because they killed the fuck out of me, or because I could even argue I really like that adaptation. That looks really cool. I might actually jump back on some Kerrigan again
Really?
because that's a way to get away. That was the major problem I had with Kerrigan. Like you dive in and you do all your damage and shit, and then you're stuck there. You can run away, but you're just going to get fucking shot in the back until you're dead. So
It's
adaptation will
nowhere
give a way to get.
as
I couldn't
good
take
as-
Queen's Rush. You know what I'm saying?
nowhere as good as mastery or momentum. Like adaptation is just. I mean, you just have, I'm guessing the skill with Kerrigan revolves around knowing when to go in. Early game is like really easy because it's like laning phase. And you might
You
want to
can
get some
out
ganks in
damage
you.
everybody. Like you can just fuck them up.
Especially with your combo. Like if you can combo somebody in the early game and like you got gank it with almost any other character, like they're dead probably most of the time. Therefore, I don't know. I just feel like adaptation not gonna do enough for you. And when you look at the win rate for the adaptation talent, it's only 40% compared to the other, which are 49, 52, and 46.
Yeah. But again, I would like to point out though that I mean some of that is like based on the player too. There's a couple of people that I use weird builds with because it fits my playstyle more. You know what I'm saying? Like it just fits what I do with them better than what the other build does. You know. So, I don't know. Yeah, I got next. I got dibs on next because it's a question for you, Kylo. I haven't got to play with him yet, and you're probably the best that I know with him. Falstad.
Oh shit, dog! I fucking love the
Falstad,
changes.
Wild Hammer. Don't ask
Have
me.
you played with him much? I
Cause
haven't.
that fucking suck with Falstad. Unless I,
I don't know.
unless I do auto attack build, I'm so bad.
So I have made 3 videos, done about 9 or 10 games of testing with all the builds. So I did like 4 with every single build. And honestly, all of his 3 builds, unfortunately, my Colossal's fucking lightning build is still not better than the other 2. But yeah, the Q build is stronger than ever with the AV Gust and with the Flow Rider being not actually competing with any other talent that you must pick. Like I think his nerf to hammer time, completely removing hammer time was actually healthy for the character, and allowed you for some better choices on level 16.
Yeah.
I just love the changes. I honestly love the changes, and honestly, the most damage I did with the auto attack was that. That's the fun fact.
damn.
If you go to my channel, you will see that I've done more damage over kind of a similar what's the name, length of the game, with the auto attack. I did 125,000 damage with auto attack compared to Colossal's fucking lightning which was 70,000, and my Cuba was 90,000.
Yeah.
So I love the changes, and it just made him so much more fun to play. He does seem a little weaker than he was, just because they removed the first aid, they removed the hammer time and stuff, so he cannot really interrupt anymore unless you pick up the Gust, which was nerfed too, by the way, by 20 seconds. They increased the thing.
Yeah.
Cooldown. But yeah, dude, Falstad, he is so
Wild
fun.
Hammer.
Well, see, I'm really glad to hear that because if you remember, me and you were talking about one of my major problems with heroes is just for the longest time it was just where the state of the meta was in. Like you were almost punished for picking damage over time heroes as compared to like burst heroes that just go in and shut somebody down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to hear about that stuff, man. That gives more options for the auto attack, especially the auto attack's dealing that much more damage. I mean, that's impressive.
I gotta be honest with you, the stars have to kind of align, because like the enemy team cannot have too many blind stuns and stuff like that. But if they don't, you're good with auto attack. But one thing I really want to mention with him is actually I forgot what I wanted to say.
You want me to tell you what I think needs to change about him?
Yes. Yeah.
I think that his epic mount needs to be buffed a little bit. It doesn't compare to Dahaka's Apex Predator.
It does.
You can,
but now see, now you're talking about like something that's not necessarily supposed to feel. You know what I'm saying? It's not exactly supposed to be. Doc is supposed to be a brush hunter. That's what he does. For
I know. I just got salty the other day because I was playing Falstad and I couldn't fly everywhere. Because when I'm playing Dahaka, I'm like, dude, I can go to top lane and then go back to bot lane in like 3 seconds.
Well, it's not Falstad you have to choose, but I'm pretty sure that it's supposed to be like that. That's the
so the balance between these two, like Falstad can fly anywhere basically. He doesn't have to fly to a bush or
Oh yeah, I know.
he can fly anywhere.
That sounds
but
terrifying.
It's still a 25
with-
second cooldown though, even after you
with
take
the
epic mount.
he can fly basically instantly, almost instantly. You know, basically appear somewhere. Whereas the Apex Predator, it decreases the actual the brush thing, the brush stalker, but it's still quite a lengthy like teleport.
The actual
that.
animation of going through it and shit.
Fuck that. I want to
Yeah.
be able to fly every 10 seconds with fall stab.
That sounds fucking terrifying. A false stab.
Yeah,
I don't
that's-
care about
that's
balance
literally-
changes. I don't care about nothing. I just want to be able to fly everywhere. God dang it.
Did anybody play Kill Fast?
Feels bad, man. I played Kill Toss. I played a
What
lot
about
of Kill Toss.
Some King's Fury.
I didn't play him after that.
I didn't feel the change honestly. Like he still does quite a shit ton of damage with auto attacks. Like I know they decreased it quite by quite a nice amount. I think it's like almost 30 or 40. Yeah, it's 35 by the way. Yeah, so it's 35. But it still feels pretty powerful to just deal that extra auto attack damage.
See, it got changed from 170 something to 130 something. So it got changed, or no, it was 190 something down to 130
No.
something.
171 to 137.
Okay, so I was right the first time then. Yeah, so I mean it was a big change, but honestly, dude, it's so much burst no matter what.
While there's so many other choices of mages to pick in the game, I will, Blizzard, and you hear this, I will play KT again when you've taken every other ultimate that I love away from me. Take fucking Phoenix away from people. Make Phoenix or make Pyro the fucking go-to. Then I'll play KT again. But until then, I'm good. I'm cool.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Man, I love Pyro. I fucking love
Phoenix
Pyro.
is so good.
I still use Spyro.
Yeah,
I love
Pyro is
Pyro
really
Blast.
good. It's just situational.
Yeah.
Like Phoenix, you can use in almost every situation. Pyro, you can only use
It's
if they have
just such a
squishies.
strong zone, man.
Dude, like
Phoenix is so strong
remember?
in the zone.
Do you guys remember when Phoenix was like fucking 40-second cooldown a nuke basically?
You
Yeah.
can literally use it every team fight.
Every
Literally.
team fight and like
Sometimes
it
twice a
was
team fight.
So OP, just because they also reduced the damage that it did.
Yeah.
Like, and the damage it does, it's still crazy. It used to be even crazier than that. So,
Pyro's just like,
um,
for me, Pyro, the problem I have with it is your positioning has to be on fucking point.
See, I
Either that-
disagree. What I think people do wrong with Pyro is they use it as a, okay, this person's low, let's kill them. I don't think Pyro's supposed to be used like
You
that.
still-
Pyro's meant to say hi.
Yeah, but
Like,
your
you're meant to say hi with
positioning's...
that big old fireball.
Your positioning still has to be good because
Really?
you have to channel that shit for like 1.5
That's-
seconds.
That's how I used to use it all the time, man. I used to fucking
You have to
break
channel.
face with it, dude.
You have to channel it for 2 seconds. The way a
always-
Nubrek is right now, you're standing there for 2 seconds. He'll come back there and fuck you in the asshole. Like just, he
You
will
played enough
eat your
heroes,
butthole.
You can follow a map in your head real quick, Carlo. Well, basically, what I'm talking about is like I'll be laying in bottom, and middle they'll be fighting, and I'll go up towards middle to join my team or whatever. Well, while I'm in the bushes on my way up there, if somebody's in a position to where I can get a good pyro off, I'll just go ahead and pyro them. And then that bomb starts coming in on them. They start pulling back, and then you just come in with your combo and just fuck everybody up. That was the way I was using pyro for a really
always-
long time, and I loved it. Loved it.
I always use it as a, if not a finisher, a kind of a scare factor, because I don't know why, but like for example, let's say I put a pyro on somebody, and they know they will be able to survive it, they still run away. I don't know what it
just
is.
because
about
they're like,
pyro.
oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
I think it's not as
Yeah.
much of a oh shit. It's more like if I take even a little bit of damage, then I might die. Because I know that situation. Like I'll be playing someone like, who was it? I had it in my head, like Illidan, and I'm about to get pyroed. I'm like, okay, you know, I could probably live through this, but if I stay and take even more damage, I'm probably gonna die. And I know
Yeah.
multiple times that's happened to where I've literally had 10 health left after a pyro. So I can understand why people still run away, because again, if you get hit by just a little, even a minion hitting you could possibly take you out. Now, if you throw it on like a warrior and they start running away, I don't know what the fuck their problem is.
I remember the good old days when you were able to pick up like the gathering power and the, not the overdrive, but
Oh yeah,
what was the-
that's the fucked up
Oh,
shit where you could literally
yeah,
global
was it
anybody in the game.
Gathering Storm, no, gathering power into arcane power level 20.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
stack that up, you can just delete a person completely.
It was
even if
fucked
they're
up.
full health.
it was fucked up.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Kerrigan, anyone play Kerrigan?
No.
No, we haven't taken. I haven't tried her. Honestly, I think they just tried to accommodate for the changes to the battlement. That's why they reduced the cooldowns of her ultimates.
Well, that was just needed. It was needed.
Is in the same place that Anubarak and Arthas used to be for a really long time for me. I absolutely love to play her and I have a blast on her. But after you sit there and do 6 games in a row, you start feeling bad because you're starting to feel like you're bringing your team down. You know what I'm saying?
Especially late game, yeah.
Here's what it is. Kerrigan, Tyrael, Leoric, and I'd say those 3 right there for me personally need some love. Kerrigan and Tyrael need a lot of love. Like, they need reworks. That's what kind of love they need. But Leoric just needs, I don't know.
Honestly, that game that we had the other day, man, that Leoric was the first one I'd seen complete a stacks like that. And I don't know if they should buff him too much or not, because that really was a retarded death timer.
It is a retarded death timer, but if you can focus him down, like honestly, Leoric is what actually wins some people like what wins their enemies games, just because they die. They think, okay, I have a really low timer, I can die. No, you really can't. I mean,
yeah, it's still major when you die.
I've seen, like, I think the most deaths ever on the game was actually recently with the Leoric. Of course, he completed the actual talent. He had the 10 second cooldown reduction on his death, but he died like 21 times by himself.
Yeah. I think I was with you that game, wasn't
I? You were in the other one. He died 15 times in that one game.
Oh,
that
okay.
was an even different one.
Even 15 is fucking terrible.
Yeah, see, when I played Leoric, and that's what I've told you, I've told Bone, when I first started playing Leoric back in the day when he was quote-unquote OP, I never went for the cheesy strats. I never stood in front of a building and smacked it with my Q. I built that motherfucker tanky, and I literally went in. I dealt more hero damage than everybody. I dealt more siege damage than everybody, and I had 0 fucking deaths. Like, that's how I played I didn't want to die. Even though I could come back faster, I tried everything I could not to die, because it's just like Murky. Yes, you can die. You can come back quick, but you're still giving them XP. You're giving them a full fucking kill's worth of XP.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So that's why he can be really a factor that can throw game.
And anyway, you're making your team go without a tank for 10, 15, 20 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
even
last
if you spawn really fast.
Last but not least. Okay, go ahead, Colin.
I've only used Summon Ultralisk once in my entire life, and I've played 120 games with 80 something games with Kerrigan.
Damn, bro.
That is a pretty interesting fact. I mean, I guess kinda, but kinda not too. I mean, there's a reason for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. But I have been in games where you're pretty much your team's front line, and just having another body to share that front line with is just a fucking lifesaver. You know what I mean?
Fun fact: I have 98 games played as Leoric and 56.1% win rate.
Yeah, man.
Boom, boom. And my highest win rate ult is March of the Black King, apparently.
What do you guys think of the reworks to stuns?
I don't think it's really noticeable.
Yeah, I haven't noticed it too much.
They did it across the board so well that I think it balances itself out.
It made certain characters much better. So, for example, Kerrigan is still a very good character. Like, she's much better now just because of her duration wasn't decreased.
Kel'Thas.
The Haka. Shit.
Yeah, the Haka and Kel'Thas. Kel'Thas didn't get a stun decrease either.
No, Kel'Thas did get a decrease, but it was a long time ago. Like, it used to be 1.5 seconds, now it's 1 second stun. But
yeah, but it can still be upgraded to 1.5 with your D, with your twin spheres.
With your D, bro.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, though. It's still pretty damn good.
That your D doesn't put a 1.5 stun. It just increases multiple people.
It increases the duration by 0.5 seconds.
Oh, I gotta check that, bro.
That's what that's what I was reading whenever I originally read the changes.
Yeah, I don't know. Now that you guys have both said both of them, now I can't fucking remember which one.
I'm gonna go into game and check.
I think I remember reading that it didn't affect the link.
Go to try mode, because I would like to know. Because, like I said, I read that online. Like, I read that on Heroes Nexus when I was on the forums, and people were talking about the Yeah, people were talking about the stun changes. Everyone was like, "Oh, lol, all these people get changes, yet Kel'Thas still has a 1.5 second stun." And they were like, "No, it doesn't. It got changed to 1 second." He was like, "No, it's with Verdant Spears, it still goes to 1.5 seconds."
Was there a patch?
I don't really know. He asked me,
I
the guy
mean, I
was
think
like,
it makes
level
sense.
6 with Kel'Thas.
Honestly, I think it makes sense. Just based on purely just based on fuck the balance, fuck all that other shit. Just based on the character, his kit. You know what I'm
There's a
saying?
patch right now.
Right now?
Yeah, 18.2.
Isn't that the one that just came out? Like with Rhaegar change or whatever? Oh, you're in EU, so you probably didn't get it.
It's just a Rhaegar. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I just didn't get it.
Yeah.
That's
Holy
fine.
crap, I have a lot of
I
shit
don't
open.
know, like we were talking about earlier, man. I'm glad that they try to steer it away a little bit, like we was talking about, man. They're trying to steer it away from the stun, but they're not making it impossible for you to do. They're just making it tougher for you to do.
Yeah.
Which I agree with. I think that's completely fair because I don't know, when I first started, man. I don't know about you guys, but even for the longest time, even yesterday, like wombo combos will fucking ream in a team in a heartbeat, dude. Like.
Yeah.
You get a Gazold on top of, a Muradin stun on top of blah, 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 and the enemy team just can't do shit but sit there and get their ass beat, dude.
But altogether, though, I think the stuns don't make a difference. Questing talents, most of them are stupid.
I do like to change just because it made level 1 talents a little bit more viable. Like, what I found before, like, for example, let's say a person like Arthas. Like, Arthas, if you didn't go for the
questing talents
for the regeneration master before, like you'll be hurting your survivability real bad. I'm trying to think of any other characters, like let's say Stitches. Stitches is the same. Like Stitches is actually much more viable with dampen magic, just because actually Stitches is still like. Does he have a cap?
Yeah, he has a cap, 900 health, extra health.
Yeah, so it's 30 globes, therefore, yeah. So it's actually much more viable to go for a dampen magic just because you're capped at 30 additional health, 900 additional health. And I actually do like the change because Regeneration Master is basically nerfed to a certain characters, but a really big buff to others. So like Tyrael, he's saw a resurgence just because like when you stack it up to 30, you have 500 more health, which makes him actually a a proper tank. Basically, what it also gives to Chen, he's one of the most tankiest heroes in the entire game when you stack it up to 30. Plus, he gets a 30 additional regeneration plus his Brewmaster's balance, plus amp healing. That just stacks up to be a very, very crazy regen. So I really like the changes because at least the regen master, just because it's a very nice balancing change.
Let me reiterate my
like
opinion.
Nubrak, man, that bonus HP on a Nubrak felt really fucking nice, man. Just really nice.
Let me reiterate my opinion. They fucking broke Greymane. That's what I should have said. His Q build sucks now.
Yeah.
Which I guess is okay because
That was
it makes
a long time ago, right?
Yeah, but it's still a questing talent. Fucking piece of shit. It makes people play the aggressive Greymane, which I guess is cool, but I don't know. It doesn't feel the same. Man.
Yeah, he seems very, very weak. I mean, yeah, he's super squishy for assassin.
He's
that
easy
he
to
is,
kill.
like, very easy to kill. Like you stun him, he's dead. Like even one stun, even not a stun, even a rook can kill him, just because he can't really regenerate himself at all.
Nope.
He only gets his only survivability is his block when he goes for dark flight. That's it.
Yep. That's it. So fun fact, Anubrak is the number 3 win rate hero in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll get better. Just give it time.
53.9.
When you look at Anubrak, are there any counters to him? Can you guys think of any counters to Anubrak right now?
Kill him.
What is it?
Kill him. Squash the bug.
See, I really think the biggest problem with the whole Anubrak thing, man, is it's kind of like the whole Leoric Creepy Hand thing. Like, if he hits you with it, it sucks, but, I mean, if he hits you with it consistently, it's your own fucking fault anyway. All you have to do is run around Anubrak, and he misses his shit 90%. I do. I'm a good
Yeah.
Nubarak, dude, and you can dodge me all fucking day if you try.
And another thing that I've noticed about people going against the Nubarak is that they don't focus Nubarak. They treat him like they used to, like, oh, he's not
You
gonna
can't
do
that
anything.
shit now. You're the fucking terror, dude.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. People still don't focus him right. Like, you played
You're the
enough for Nubarak
fucking
with the changes.
demon.
You played a Nubarak enough. Like, y'all know that people just don't focus you a lot.
You
But
can
when they
tear
do,
shit up.
you fucking die. Like, you
That's
have
my
your
biggest
E.
thing, man, is Nubarak's one of those heroes that you really feel it when you don't have a support on your team.
Yeah, like, you have your E to get out, but if they stun you, or I guess stuns are the only thing that can kill you, right? Roots, you can just E out
Exactly,
of it, right?
that's what I'm saying. That's
no,
what I'm
roots,
saying. Like, he
roots
has
hold you from
very-
stop you from burning too, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, roots
Oh, it
should.
is? So yeah, so if you just get focused down, you're dead. Like, his survivability is okay if you go Locust Swarm, and his chitinous plating, or his W with
But
the
that
chitinous
means he's
plating
in
and
a good
everything.
spot. You have to choose. Like if
Exactly,
you want to dive
exactly.
5 people, you can, but you have to build to dive 5 people. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like, I think he's in a good spot. I think that people are now starting to understand that all you have to do is focus the bug.
I mean, it may be too early for me to call this, but I feel like the major problem that I'm having is they're changing heroes to the point to where like when you
It's hard to
don't
keep
have a
up.
support on your team, you
Oh,
really
yeah.
fucking notice that you don't have a
Yes.
support on your team
That's
now. Like,
that's actually I don't go on forums too often whenever I go look stuff up on heroes, but I did find that on Reddit. It was probably a month ago though. It was a while ago, about how there's a lot of people complaining that one of the reasons they stop playing heroes or they don't enjoy playing heroes is because unlike League of Legends, unlike Dota, if you don't have a support like a healer, you're fucked.
look at that game we had the
That's
other day.
good. I mean, I love that.
Look
Some
at that
people
game
don't
we
like
had
it,
the other
though.
day though. Remember one time I've literally never seen that. Like our scoreboard on our friendly team, literally everybody on our team died at least 7 times.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like that. What?
Because we don't have a support.
That's a little much, man. Just a tiny bit.
But I guess, in a way that does balance itself out, because if you don't have a support, technically they shouldn't either.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's just the way the game is built. It helps on teamwork. What do you think, Bone? The new Brack. Oh, go ahead, Carlos. Sorry.
I'm just saying. I mean, they're trying to buff supports without actually buffing supports. So what they're doing is, you need to have a healer in order to sustain yourself, and that might make people play more supports, or might just completely ruin the game for some people. I agree.
Yeah. Okay, Anubrak, what do y'all guys think, really quick, so we can move on from the HOTS
Really
stuff?
Really good, and I think he's gonna get nerfed. I do like. I was on board with Perp saying that he just needs more time in the meta, but I do believe at the end he's gonna get just a slight nerf.
I agree. Slight nerfs, but nothing major. Like, I think it's gonna be. I think he's in a good win rate position because he's sitting at 53.9, and this is where I think that Blizzard's really gonna have to think about what they do. They're gonna stay. They either can take 2 steps back, or they're gonna take fucking 10 steps back. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're either gonna nerf him just the right way, or they're gonna nerf him way too fucking much.
Yeah,
that's why they have to be careful.
They've been doing a lot better lately. You got to give Blizzard credit though. They've been, instead of going quite as hard on their nerfs as they
Murden.
Yeah, no, touche. Yeah, they do still have their moments, but I mean they are going better with like twerking the character and then seeing what happens with them before they decide whether they want to nerf them. Like Rhaegar.
Or Rhaegar, yeah.
Rhaegar,
I was gonna say Rhaegar. He's not great anymore, but he's still viable.
Yeah,
But
so I mean, hopefully they keep up with that shit.
The reason, though, I don't think Anubrak's going to get nerfed. If it's very, very slight nerfs, I can see it. But the reason I don't think so is because even in competitive and Hero League, Anubrak hardly ever gets chosen. And that's because he's so easy to kill.
Yeah, you just gotta
I
have
see
the
him
right team.
every single Hero League game I go in, I see him every single game now.
I don't get
Just
him in
because
Hero
every
League.
Just because every single pick, every single first pick, is either Li Ming,
Yeah.
kill fast.
Yeah.
You see some chromies also picked up. So he when you go for dump and magic, and for that kindness planning, holy shit, you can do a lot
But
of work.
I think that's good for the game though, because that gives Li Ming, Chromie, and Kel'Thas a reason to fucking fear for their life for now, or for once.
Gives you so much counterplay. Like he's high CC, he has high resistance to ability damage, like about every 8 seconds or whatever. And he's just a pain for them to deal with, just because let's say Chromie at level 20, she's doing 1,400 damage with her W if she hits it. Well, she doesn't anymore, just because he cuts it in half. Plus he activated his kindness plating, which basically cut it to only 200 to his health.
Yep. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
so
I think
great.
he's in a good spot. He's one of those heroes like oh my gosh, I can't even think tonight. Like Morales, right? You pick him in the right situation. You pick Morales in the right situation. Or Brightwing. You pick her in the right situation. You know what I'm saying?
I was telling you guys on the PTR, man, he's going to be one of those picked every damn time or banned every damn time, period.
He's never banned. There's personal
He's never banned
experience.
every
He's
damn
never
time.
banned.
He's never banned, but I've seen him picked almost every single game since I started playing after the patch.
But you know you are playing an EU though. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, so
Our metas are different.
Meta does change.
Yeah, our metas are. I remember for a while Zeratul was in the American meta forever, and then EU just was not having that shit. EU was like, no, we don't want that shit. Oh, Overwatch. That's a game.
Overwatch.
That's a video game. Did you guys know that?
What? What is it? I've never heard of it.
It's where you take 6 people who have futuristic weapons and unrealistic talent or abilities, and they kill each other.
Is that a game I only bought for Tracer to Heroes of the Storm?
Yeah, it's the one that has that lady with the butt. You know, that got nerfed.
Yeah, the butt
Yeah.
nerf. The butt
So powerful it had to be nerfed.
blocks with nerf butt.
But no, for real though, guys, like Overwatch came out, and we want to talk about the launch, if we think it was a successful launch, and our 3 personal thoughts on Overwatch. And yeah, call us all. Why don't you start us off, buddy?
One, am I supposed to talk about both things? So my opinions on the launch and then my opinions on the game, or we're going to talk about the launch first and then the.
We can do just the launch first, and then we'll go around the
Okay.
table, and then we'll talk about our opinions.
One of the best launches I've ever experienced, to be honest. Like I haven't had any issues. Like the only issues I had were with my own internet, so I can't really blame Blizzard for my own internet. But the basically, I think about 10 minutes after the actual release, like everything was already up, everything was running, and you could just get into the game and just start playing immediately for me. So I thought it was just amazing job. Props to Blizzard for that.
Bone?
I mean, basically the same thing. I had a few problems at the beginning with disconnected and shit, but I mean, I'm not one of those petty ass people that are going to hate because, you know, some little bitty thing went wrong. It's cool, shit happens. And it could have been on my end just as easy as it could have been on their end, so whatever. But I agree. It was a nice ass launch. Game still fun as fuck. I mean, yeah,
The
buddy.
only problem I've noticed in the launch is skirmish. You can get into a skirmish match, and it'll just be fucking sitting there for 20, 30 minutes, literally.
Yeah, I
like-
actually forgot about that. Yeah, we had
And
that happen a bunch. Didn't recall
That
it.
has been in, as far as I've known, that's been in since the beta, like last year. So that's still a problem, but it's very rare for me, at least. I get into. Okay, here's the thing. At nighttime, I've noticed it happen more than at daytime, and that's really fucking weird because most of the time, daytime is when you'll get the slow load or queue times, and nighttime you're gonna have more people playing. But in my personal experience, if I'm at nighttime, I have that broken ass skirmishes. Like me and you played all day today, Bone, and we didn't have a single one of those.
Yeah, we had one for like 2 seconds, and then before we could even pick a character, it put us in the full game.
So, but other than that, like the launch was fucking flawless, dude. Like, well, not flawless, but it was pretty damn good. As far as I know, there hasn't been any large DCs. Like nobody's had any outages as far as service and stuff like that. I think that it's a very successful game. Like they've definitely made their money. I'd say that.
My biggest gripe about the complaint is the same one I had since the first time I touched it. I just feel like their supports are just terribly balanced. I mean, if you don't have a Lucio and a Mercy, you're suffering on. If you don't have a Lucio and a good Mercy, you're suffering on fucking healing, dude. Like the entire game.
I feel the problem I have is if they have a Lucio and you don't, you're at a disadvantage. If they have a Mercy and you don't, you're at a disadvantage. Because
Mercy alone just are fucking alt. Like
Yeah.
Mercy's alt is just such a damn game changer, dude.
and you can get that bitch so fast,
Fast.
because of
Yeah,
how
man.
much you're healing. Anyway, this I guess we're segueing into the next part. What do you think? What do you think about the game? Carlo, we'll start back with you again.
Yeah, it's like probably the best start with me because like I know you guys will be just like jumping on the dick or something.
Yeah,
But,
that's why I
no.
started with you, so I know you have the most negative view on it.
No, just for me it's been very mixed just because like the launch I play with you guys and you guys play on America server. Honestly, my internet sucks dick. So when you guys think about it, the ping is not a huge issue when they play like Heroes of the Storm. Of course, like when it goes above like 200, you just fuck. But when you go above 200 in like such a Twitch shooter as Overwatch,
Oh, you're fucked.
it's just
Like you
just
literally
fuck.
are
It just
fucked.
breaks the game. I was hitting. I was playing a Reaper, and I couldn't kill a Tracer just because I was on my screen. I was hitting her, and I was actually getting the animation from me hitting her. But I just didn't get a single hit marker, and apparently she blinked behind me and just fucked me up. So I just didn't have a fun start. And hopefully it's gonna be better from now on. Honestly, there haven't been any changes to the balance, which I'm very very sad about. I do believe you guys. I'm still on the train that Bastion should be fixed. I do believe Winston should get a little bit more health. Other than that, it's been okay. I can't say too many good things and too many bad things. It's just those little things. The game has its highlights. I do like it sometimes, but most of the time I'm like, okay, I've played 3 games. Okay, I'm done for today.
Yeah. I feel like the Winston subject, I'm glad that you brought that up because I completely forgot about it. I feel like Winston, the only thing that they really need to do to Winston is all the other tanks, their damage mitigation, it's readily available to you. But that Winston shield, man, that 8-second cooldown, it may not sound like much, but 8 seconds is fucking forever when you're facing off against 5 people when you're a giant gorilla. I mean,
Yep.
Everybody can shoot you. If they look in your fucking direction, they're shooting you. I mean, you're a giant gorilla. I just feel like they should cut it down. Like even like a 2-second short down, like just 6-second cooldown on it, where you have it more readily available. I feel like it would be a lot better.
It's either that or giving him a health pool such as Roadhog.
Yeah, or just get.
They have the same health. Roadhog
No,
actually
Roadhog-
has less health.
Roadhog has 600. He has
So does
500.
Reinhardt. Winston has 600, right?
No, Winston has
No,
5.
he has 500.
It doubles his HP when he ults, and he has 1,000 when he ults.
Yeah, I agree. He needs a little bit of a health buff if that's that low. I thought it was 600. I don't play Winston though, so there's that.
But he is really good at sticking to targets that are close to him. I mean, if you get close to a Winston, you're not getting him off of him unless you fucking kill him, dude. That's the only way you're getting that big fucker off you. Because he will chase you to the ends of the earth with that little gun, man. You can shoot anybody with that little gun if you're just facing the right direction, holding the trigger down.
He actually only have 400 health and 100
Is it
armor.
really 4?
He has 100 armor.
Oh,
okay,
and
yeah.
100 armor, okay.
So it's fucking 500 health because you can heal armor.
Yeah.
Which I think is, I don't understand what that's all about either. Like, what the fuck is up with the
I
armor
can't
and
believe your
health
biggest
if you
complaint
can?
isn't the supports. I mean, you're
I like
you're
armor. Just,
you're a major support player, and your major complaint isn't about the supports. It's kind of surprising, bud.
I do really like the supports. I do enjoy. I mean, I think Lucio is a little bit too easy to play. You just keep everybody in your fucking speaker and you'll be good. It just seems a little bit too easy for me.
I think
Especially when you can amp it up every like 8 seconds or something.
That's
I don't know.
a mixed bag of peanuts, I think.
Well, by the way,
Yeah, and I think that's a mixed bag of peanuts though, because I've played a lot more Overwatch than both of you at this point.
Yeah.
I think, and I've played a lot of Lucio. I think Lucio is actually my most played hero as of right now, because I have to fucking fill for so many people, and I'll get into that in a minute. But that's a mixed bag of peanuts. Like on a zone control map, if you don't have a Lucio, you're at a disadvantage, straight up, because everyone's together. Everyone's by you unless they're Widowmaker or Hanzo or Genji.
Yeah.
But if you're on a payload map and your team is splitting up a lot, your Lucio is not going to get a lot of value. You're going to feel like you're not healing your team because they're not staying together. So I think it's a mixed bag of peanuts, and that kind of follows into what Bone's saying, that the supports are kind of lackluster right now because Symmetra, for one, should not be a fucking support.
the
Yeah.
biggest thing that I have to say this, the biggest thing that pisses me off about Symmetra is when you're standing there on a tank and you've got like 200 fucking HP and you're looking at a Symmetra like, God damn, I wish you could heal me right now. You know how awesome it would be if you could give me HP, and she's just like, well, buddy, I got some damage for you, but I don't know what to tell you on the rest of it.
Honestly think she should be a defense hero.
Fucking sucks, man.
Like, and this goes further than the Tassadar hate. Yeah. This goes further than the way people hate on Tassadar because he only shields. He can at least heal with his shields.
That shield is next to shit too.
Yeah, I mean, it's 25. It's 25 shielding.
Dude, that's next to shit, man.
But I think Lucio again is a mixed bag of peanuts. Like, he's going to be really easy for people to pick up, and I think that's the reason he's so easy to play is so new players can come in and
easy to pick up, hard to master.
Exactly.
The big skill cap with Lucio is being able to switch to that, to knowing when
to amp
you
it
look
up.
around, everybody's at relatively high health. You guys need to get on the point. Turn your fucking speed boost on, man. Even amp your speed boost, because your entire team, that Reinhardt that is just trucking around, suddenly he's fucking flying through the level, dude.
And it's also good to know when to amp it up, because that is a pretty it's a pretty long cooldown once you're in the mix of things, and you're like, oh, everyone's at a
hurt. You need to be using it every time it's off cooldown.
But see, like, you look at it and you're like, oh, everyone's at 75% health and we just killed 4 people. Let me just amp it up really quick.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
That's it, and then they spawn back in and you don't have the amp it up, then you just lost a lot of healing.
For me, mastering Lucio was actually learning how to properly wall run.
That's actually, I swear to God, Carly, that's what I was about to say.
His movement.
Yeah, that's been one of the funnest things. That's been fun for me more than it has been anything.
You can use wall running in like so many different situations on almost any map. You can get to your teammates quicker. You can really surprise the enemy with with a gang from a flank. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's really, the wall running's really fun on Lucio.
But again, like I said, Lucio's just he's really strong in certain maps, but at the same time on other maps he's really, really weak. And I think Mercy is better. In almost.
Yeah, only Lucio.
Yeah, see, I Mercy a lot.
Only Lucio.
I Mercy a lot, and I Lucio a lot.
My most played character in the game right now.
Mine is Lucio, I think.
Or Symmetra. I mean, now the one thing that I will give Symmetra, we sat here and bashed on her for a million years, so I will try to give one good thing on her though. The biggest thing is on the really big maps, man. That teleporter will literally by itself keep your team in the fucking game if you position it right.
Yeah.
No, like, I think Symmetra is a great hero. I think she's fantastic even, but
she's labeled as a fucking support, and she's not.
Yeah, like, I don't know, man. Anyway, what's your initial thoughts on Overwatch, though, Bone? We went on a tangent.
Pretty much what we've been bitching about, dude. That's kind of why I was bitching. That's why I mentioned it, is because that's pretty much my thoughts on it, man. I just feel like they need to give their support some love.
Are you enjoying the game? Do you like it?
Dude, the game's fun as shit. I love it. I have so much fun, man. I mean, even if you get bored, just switch it up and start playing with somebody else and do something that you weren't doing before. Like, switch up, if you're bored, switch to a Mei, and then free somebody and just walk up in their face and shove a fucking icicle in their face and watch them fall over dead. It's fun, I'm telling you. It's fun as shit, man.
Mei is the funniest fucking hero. Like, she looks so cute and innocent. And
have you guys seen my Mei Rampage video?
Yeah, I did.
Dude.
Shit was funny. I'm telling you, Mei is hilarious because she looks so cute and innocent, and then she shoves an icicle in your eyeball, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
My favorite character at the moment,
So my initial.
I'm still Genji. I'm still White Ranger all the way, man. White Power Ranger all the fucking way.
Mine's Reaper right now. But you know that's subject to change. Well, Reaper and Junkrat. I had that fucking game on Junkrat earlier. Bone, you know all about that shit. That shit was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and put that whole game into a highlight video, by the way, Bone.
Yeah. Shameless plug. It's that 6-piece diva, though.
Oh, yeah, the fucking 6-killing diva on my fucking... Oh, God, dude. If you go over to my channel, Purple Dragon Games, and go check out my stream highlight for, I think, yesterday. I need to do another one because I did a stream today. But stream highlight for yesterday. Dude, I fucking got a 6-man kill on D.Va, and it was the best thing ever. My reaction, I think, was even better than the 6-man kill itself.
Just put himself in the air like,
yeah.
I felt like a fucking man right there. I'm gonna tell you what. Like, my dick felt huge right then. But no, my initial thoughts, man. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and suck on the D like y'all think I am. I have a lot of fun with it. I have a shit ton of fun whenever I'm playing with Bone and Kahlo. If you watched the stream earlier, or if you go watch it, you should go watch it because it's on VOD. Every stream we have goes in VOD after the stream. Me and Bone, like, you could tell we sounded giddy the whole time. Like, we just had a fucking blast. You know, even if we were losing, if we were winning, you know, we may sound a little irritated every now and again, but that's because the team's not working together, and that's just, you know, that's general. It happens, but the stream, like, we were so fucking, like, we were just having so much fun. And I hope I'm not alone here. Like, hopefully Bone did feel the same way. But I felt like we just had a fucking blast. It's probably the most fun I've had. Dude. That I've had playing Overwatch so far.
It's just whenever you guys play with me, you guys feel like, fuck, shit.
No, man, we've only played with you once since the full release.
Yeah, it was on release, and it was American servers.
Well, dude, I played with you the other day on the EU servers, and it was fun.
You guys come play EU, like, we can rape some people.
Yeah, dude, that's what I tell you. I tell you that, man. If you want to play, we'll come over to EU all day. I'm not scared.
Yeah, I don't care.
Let's do it,
EU.
Anyway,
one real quick before we move on, man. The one big thing that I'm having a problem with on Overwatch, mechanics of the game wise, is I mean, when people play games, they know that there's a role that they're supposed to be doing, and you know there's rules to those roles and stuff of what you're supposed to be. Well, one of the roles in Overwatch that I don't think enough people like, you know, they acknowledge it as an actual role is like when you're on a Tracer or you're on a Genji, it is literally your job just to get behind them and make the front line no longer the front line. Like
and
that's.
Reaper.
Yeah, and Reaper. Anybody like that, really. Any of the hardcore offensive heroes like that. Even Pharah. I mean, your job is to get above everybody and just rain fucking death. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I don't feel like people take that as they think that they need to go in with their team. And you do need to go in with your team. But there's certain heroes and certain circumstances when it's your job to split from your team and go off and cause just chaos. Yeah, man. And that's literally all you're supposed to do is just cause some chaos for the enemy team.
But, what I was saying, though, is, like, when I play with Bone and stuff, it's like, one of the best experiences I've had in a video game, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's just really, really fun. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, when I play alone, it's still fun most of the time. It's the times that you get into a game, and then you're like, okay, what do you guys need? I'm willing to fill. And then you play a tank, and then you're like, all right, guys, can we get a healer?
Nope.
Can we get a healer, guys, please?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna ask one more time. A healer?
No, I'm playing McCree.
Fuck you, motherfucker, you piece of shit. No, see, that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about that is annoying. But that's, again, something I've tried to tell Bone, and, you know, I try to put it into practice. I try to put it into practice myself, is that it's a video game, and it's gonna happen. And it's a first-person shooter of all fucking things. First-person shooters are known to be super mindless games that you pick up, you shoot someone in the face for fucking 20 minutes, and then you go jerk off. You know what I'm saying?
But at the end of the day, why not play if you don't want to fucking win? At the end of the day, why play it if some part of you, some little part in the back of your mind isn't like, you know what, I would really like to walk away with a W from this.
But see, that's like... Well, see, I think the biggest thing is that you have a lot of the people who play Call of Duty, play Battlefield, play Titanfall, and they're used to literally just picking up a gun, running into the fucking fray of things, shooting 5 people by themselves and be like, "Urgh!" And then you can't do that in Overwatch. I think that's literally the issue here. You have the people... Huh?
Alright, go ahead.
You have the people who play, like us, who play Heroes of the Storm. We've played League of Legends before. We understand the team-based part of this game, but then you have people who are playing this game or this Blizzard game for the very first time. They've never played a Blizzard game before. They've never played a MOBA before. They've never played a strategy game before, and they are going into this head first like it's fucking Call of Duty. So I understand the mindset. I think with time, especially after we get over the launch noobs, with time it'll get better.
How long has the Storm been out, Perp?
2, 3, 2.
It still happens to this fucking day all the time on there, Bubby.
Yeah, but you know how many new people come to that game, though?
Touché.
How many times have we gotten a game and then afterwards we go look at their profile and it says 200 games played, 100 games played,
60 games played.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I said, it's going to happen and it's going to happen for a while, but I think with time it'll get better. You can't say that a year or 2 years ago when you first started playing Heroes, it's not better now. If you are, you're lying.
I'm not gonna forget a moment where I go into TeamSpeak and I hear and I think Perp did not hear me and he's like, "Fuck you, bitch."
Oh yeah.
I think he was playing. I think he was playing like Overwatch. He was getting pissed because he was playing like, "Fuck you, bitch." Just like 100% serious. Like he was being so salty.
Oh yeah, man, I was irritated. Like I think, I can't remember what it was. I want to say our team wouldn't support, and I was tanking, and then no one would support. Like that's the most frustrating part of Overwatch for me personally, is going into a game and no one's willing to work together. Like I'm a person that will fill. Like normally, if I want to play Reaper, I'm gonna queue up as Reaper first, and then I might go die. And then if I die, I'm like, okay, no one wants to play a tank, fine, I'll fill the role. No one wants to play a support, fine, I'll fill the role. But whenever every fucking game you play is like, oh, no one wants to support, no one wants to tank, well, no fucking shit, Sherlock.
I'll do it one game, and then the next game I'm playing whoever the fuck I want, and I don't care what my team is playing. I will fill that game, but then the next one I'm playing who I want to play.
And that's something that I like about playing with friends is that, you know, if me, you, and Kahlo go in, we know we're going to have a support. We know we're going to have a tank no matter what.
Damn.
Dude, where'd you get that brush, Kahlo?
Dude, it's my hairbrush. I use it for my beard brush. Look at that.
I can't brush my beard and keep it tame. Like, I don't know what it is.
Can I backtrack for a second? And like the very first thing that we did, the intro thing, can I add one thing to what I was talking about earlier that I'm really, really sad about?
You shaved your beard.
I'm going to be, and I'm really sad about it.
Yeah, man.
It's so fucking majestic, dude, and then I'm gonna have to kill it.
Anyway, though, my initial impressions, really great game, really fun game. I love it. I'm gonna continue playing it for a long time. I can tell you this now.
For me, it's like meh. It's okay. I think I'm gonna have more fun once we actually play and get a good connection. But for now, it's like it's alright.
Dude, we'll play on EU every time you play. Like seriously.
Every time.
I'm not even kidding. Like my ping is like 120. I can manage that. I mean, it's not 30 because when I play in America servers,
like 300 like I was.
When I'm in the American servers, I have 30 ping, dude. I don't have ping in American servers, but when I go over to EU, it's like 120. I can manage that. You know, I can't play anyone like, I probably won't be able to play like Tracer or Hanzo, which I don't play Hanzo anyway, or Widowmaker, but I could play like Reaper and stuff. So
that was the painful one the other day, man. Collar when you was trying out Hanzo with that shitty ass ping, dude.
Yeah, man.
That's so terrible, dude.
Anyway, though, like I said, you know, all around it's more or less positive reaction. I think the entire community itself is having fantastic reactions to Overwatch, which was expected.
Yeah.
You got any closing thoughts, Bone? Kahlo?
No.
Yeah, I'm good, brother.
All right, cool. Let's get into the next part. It's still about Overwatch, but it's a different topic. It's not about what we... Well, that's a lie. It is about something about what we think, but it's about a different part. Loot crates, loot boxes, whatever the fuck you want to call them. They've been, you know, a mystery. Like, Blizzard has announced a while back, I think it was on Twitter or something, they announced that, yes, loot crates will be purchasable when the game comes out. No one knew the prices. They never released the price tag. And people asked and asked and asked. They never released it. And the full game came out. First thing I did personally was I checked out the loot box prices. I was like, okay, what are the prices on these things? I went to Reddit. I went to Twitter. I went to... I saw a couple YouTube videos of box openings, and the amount of negative reaction actually surprised me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't understand why so much hate about it either. I mean, if it was making it pay to win, then I would understand. But
yeah, it's almost like the people never played the fucking Blizzard game before.
Like my problem is look at this, okay? And, you know, people are going to hate on me for saying it, but look at fucking Call of Duty, dude. Like, I understand, okay, the Black Ops or Black Market Blackout is a thing. I don't know if y'all have heard of that. What it is people are trying to boycott the black market on Black Ops 3, which is buying supply drops, right? People are trying to get it to where Activision's, like, giving them stuff back, or they're trying to stop it from happening because microtransactions have gotten out of control when it comes to Call of Duty. But with Call of Duty, when you buy a supply drop, do you want to know what you have a chance of getting? You have a chance of getting a gun that is better than the base gun that you get in the game, than that you can... They even have or loot or supply drop specific weapons that are better than any other weapon in the game. So you're getting an instant hand up. Yet Blizzard's like,
AKA pay to win.
well,
But
yeah,
they have their excuse. They have their excuse because you can still earn them for free.
no, you can't. There's certain ones that are supply drop. No, there's certain ones that are supply drop specific. You can only get from supply drops.
I was in the notion that you can actually unlock, just because I played Black Ops 3 when I had the PS4. I sold it a couple of weeks ago, but when I had PS4, I played a little bit of Black Ops 3. I remember like some of the actual like the supply drops, I was getting them by just playing the game. It's like,
Yeah.
Are there any difference now? Is there any difference?
I know they started in Advanced Warfare specifically because they started supply drops, right? Your standard, the ones you get from the end game, right? And then they had advanced supply drops, which is the ones you bought. The ones you bought. And those gave you different weapons, like royal weapons. Most of them, they were different skins. That was it.
Fuck.
But they did have a few of them that had different skins and different buffs on them that made them better or sometimes worse. But still, like, even the fact that you can buy them and get better gear, even if you can earn it in the game, you're getting it 10 times faster by buying it than you are by leveling up. Overwatch, you're literally fucking wasting your money on skins and tags and fucking voice lines.
Ooh, I bought a highlight intro. Get ready to get wrecked, dude.
Yeah. I'm at such an advantage right now. They're gonna look at me and be like, "Holy shit, what's that skin?" Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, come on, man. Fuck.
Oh my god.
Honestly,
Heroes never.
That's just people need something to bitch about, and that's just what they happen to pick to bitch about, dude.
But yeah. So my opinions, and as you could probably tell from all of our reactions to it, all of our opinions are pretty much the same. I think we don't care. Like, I bought supply drop or loot box, whatever the fuck they are. And I think they're a decent price. They're roughly $1 each. There's actually a link in the description below that you can go to, and you can go see the American price for them, and you can see the pounds.
Yeah.
For
I'm
them.
infamous among my friends, man, for, like, I will flat out stop playing and delete it and refuse to fucking play it again if it becomes pay to win. Like, I hate them, man, with a fiery fucking passion. I think it's the stupidest fucking thing ever put on this planet.
I agree. But
I mean, it's just not like that, man. You're getting a highlight intro, a skin, an emote. I mean, you do what the fuck you do, man. You want to spend the extra money on it?
Spray skins. I mean, I like that me and Perp actually compared the prices of the Hearthstone packs, which actually give you in-game advantage. I mean, you can still earn them by playing, right? You can still earn them with the gold, and you can buy them with gold. Yeah. But we compared the prices where, like, the packs will actually give you in-game advantage. Actually will give you better cards and shit like that. Whereas in Overwatch, they're gonna give you only cosmetic shit. And I think we came out to conclusion. I think 2 packs.
$1
for Hearthstone.
Oh yeah, it was like $3.
Was £2 and like $3.
Yeah.
And for Overwatch, it was £1.60, which means it's only 40p less. Which I guess, I don't know. I'm not sure how 40 pence for people who don't live in the UK, but I don't know. I'm not sure if that's a good ratio. It's only 40 pence less, and I don't know. In my opinion, only for cosmetic stuff, it should still be less. But again, I don't really care. I've played Blizzard games before. I've played Heroes of the Storm. I've played Hearthstone, like a lot of Hearthstone. I used to buy shit ton of packs. So I'm not really bothered. As long as it doesn't turn into pay to win, I'm good.
Y'all want to get pissed about something? Help Purple out. Get fucking pissed about them releasing that mount on Heroes of the Storm and only putting it with a bundle that isn't with the character that they released. That's something to get fucking mad about. You want to get mad about something?
Really irks my nerves. We're not going to talk about that today because I could go on for another 30 minutes about that stupid shit. But I think, here's the prices for people, maybe you don't know how to click a link. So here it is right here. For 2 loot boxes, it's $2, which translate into 150 or 160 pounds. $1 or one. You can fucking translate the pounds. I'm not fucking doing it.
£1.60.
Okay, £1.60. That's how you would say it.
Yeah.
Okay. 5 loot boxes. Okay, so hold on. 2 loot boxes, $2. So it's $1 a loot box.
Yeah.
5 loot boxes, $5. $5 a loot box. It's £3.99, so £4 for 5 loot boxes. So it's still the same. It's $1 a loot box. Now here's when it scales up: $10, and you get 11 loot boxes. So technically, if you look at it, $1 loot box, you get a free loot box. So there's that. If you buy $20, that's 24 loot boxes. Again, if you look at it, $1 loot box, you're getting 4 free loot boxes. And then for $50, you pay $40. So again, if you look at it for $1 each, it's 10 extra loot boxes. I think it's a good deal. You know, it's a gamble. It's just like buying packs in CS:GO.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I mean, we also talked about this. What people noticed was like the loot boxes you buy give you more shit.
that's something okay, now I don't want to put this in people's heads. And, you know, we probably don't have enough people who made it to this point in the fucking stream anyway.
It's the same with Hearthstone. Like, you know, they justify it with fucking RNG, but it's bullshit. Like, whenever you, I remember I bought like 50 packs with my gold, and then I also bought 50 with money, and I haven't done that only once. I've done that multiple times, and every single time I've got more legendaries and more epics and shit like that with the actual money bought things than the actual. So and they say it's RNG. No, it's not RNG. Like,
That's something
But,
I noticed.
but as a businessman, as looking at it from a businessman, like I would look at it as a businessman, you get what you pay for, buddy. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
At the same time, though, they're trying to justify loot box being purchasable because it's the same as if you just grind it out. That's what I think. That's what he's trying to get to.
It's bullshit because I paid $60 for a fucking game. Like, why would they even, you know, why would they even like make me pay for better loot boxes?
Yeah.
Really?
That's what. Well, if they do that, then fucking let the people know. That's my thing. Like, it's just a theory, so we're not gonna sit here and say, oh, it's guaranteed. If you buy your loot boxes, you're gonna get better stuff. 100% guarantee. That's not what we're saying. But if that is the case, they need to fucking they need to tell people that.
They need to come and say it, and I think that's how it is because
I do
how
too.
It is in Hearthstone.
I've watched a few loot box openings since the game came out. I've watched at least 200 loot boxes get opened.
Yeah.
And out of those 200, I probably saw a good 40, 50 legendaries. Even if it was just legendary currency, you can still buy shit with that. So I don't want to hear it. You say, oh, the legendary currency. No, legendary currency is almost as good as getting a skin. But other than that, though, I do think the prices are fine. I think the people bitching about the prices and the fact that it's in the game in general are just bitching to bitch about something, like Bone said.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Last but not least, let's move on.
Can I segue into it? I had something for this.
Let's move on to topic number 5.
Speaking of Overwatch and how everybody's loving its release, some people are taking it a little too far.
Yeah.
How so, Purple?
Crazy.
Okay, so let me give you guys a little bit of backstory with this. I'm sitting in my break room at work, right? And I'm on my phone looking at news stuff because I do that when I get bored and I can't talk to my wife because she's at work. So I stumbled across some articles, and one of them I saw said real life Hanzo, or no, man in Hollywood thinks that he's Hanzo. That's all I saw, and I was like, what?
It just hit me that happened in Hollywood, and it's a Hollywood map.
Now, before we go into talking about this, and I am going to read the actual article itself, I don't know if it's true. No one knows for 100% fact if this is true. If you go to the link, it has actual pictures of Hollywood, like the in-game Hollywood, not the real Hollywood. So, this may not be true. I hope it's true. Like, please, God, say it's true.
I could totally believe that some idiot's going to do that just because he knew that he was going to get famous for that. Like you know,
I hope. That's what I'm saying. I hope it's true, but you know, again, it's not 100% confirmed. At least as far as I know.
I didn't think about it honestly.
As far as I know, it's not. But I'm going to read the article exactly as it says. Again, if you want to read it yourself, you can go in the description. Link is there. Okay. In one of the stranger news stories to surface in recent weeks, a 23-year-old male was arrested in the central region of Los Angeles yesterday. charged with trespassing and attempted battery on Hollywood Boulevard. The man, now known as Thomas Hammond, was found on the rooftops of several stores, wielding a bow and arrow. Hold on. With emergency services having been called and concerned for his welfare, the nearby area was evacuated. Hammond was found to be wielding a bow and arrow at the scene, repeatedly shouting, can someone else, I can't say it right. Anyone else, can they say it right?
I'm American.
I'm American too.
Wait, do we have the stream? Wait, on the stream it says
Ryuu ga Waga Teki. Whoa.
Ryuu ga Waga Teki no Kurau.
There you go. He was. If you played Overwatch, you know that's what Hanzo shouts when he uses a dragon. And he kept shouting that, and then when officers tried to talk to the trespasser, he would only respond with, I am ready to unleash the dragon! Which, I don't know you guys, this sounds like a bad porn to me. But, before firing arrows into the air. Fortunately for those involved, it transpired that the bow and arrow Hammond was using was a child's toy. I've never seen anything like it. Not only was he naked with aluminum foil wrapped around his legs, but he's firing toy arrows at us. I can't pull some of them off my vehicle. They've stuck so tight. This is another reason I think it was fake. This is the Officer Schwimpy.
Schwimpy, yeah.
That, if I'm not mistaken, that's the name of a pro Heroes of the Storm player. Schwimpy?
I agree. That is probably a true story because I've known quite a few cops with some stupid ass names, and that's why they became cops, is they got tired of people making fun of their names.
Anyway, Officer Schwimpy, who was first responder, went on to detail how he and his fellow officers were unable to open a dialogue with Hammond. He just kept shouting Ryuu ga Waga something. I haven't a clue what it means. He wouldn't listen and kept talking about a dragon moving a payload. Local residents who were seen to be cheering on Hammond as he fired from the rooftops were keen to support him. I was sat down drinking my mocha coca latte and looked up, and there's this guy firing arrows down at the cops. Everyone died for cover until they saw the rubber ends, said one passerby. Hammond was eventually apprehended after local police cornered him on one of the rooftops while being detained. It is reported that he continually shouted, "The dragon stirs within me!" and requested that officers be careful of his legs. Although there's no additional information as to what prompted Hammond to behave as he did, relatives had become concerned about the amount of time he had been spending on his computer. He never shuts up about a girl called May. We think he's got himself a girlfriend. We're pleased, but he never brings her home, and now all this mess, stated his mom, Linda. Although there's no further statement from the Los Angeles Police Department, our sources have reported that Hammond has gone on to file an official complaint against the arresting officers for damage to his property, alleging that his cybernetic legs were ripped from him. The Los Angeles Police Department has refused to comment.
And the only thing that I would like to point out is in the comment section, some dude said, "That's horrific. They ripped his cybernetic legs off of him."
Drugs are bad, okay? If you do drugs, then you're bad, because drugs are bad.
I just think it's one of those urban legend things.
Well, you take a walk. No, I want to unleash the dragon. Oh my god! Here's a comment. Ryuu ga Waga Teki Waka no! I will unleash the dragon into May's ice.
I would like to say though, I think it's an urban legend. Man.
I want to see
nice
this confirmed. Oh my
god. I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, I think that it's fake, but we had to include it into the podcast because I saw this and I laughed. Like, I was in the middle of the break room and I had like 6 other people around me and I just started laughing and everyone just looking at me like, what the fuck, is this guy on drugs? Dude,
In the words of Dave Chappelle's Rick James, cocaine is a hell of a drug, kids.
Yeah, man.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
So, that was fucking hilarious. Alright, guys, well, Whew. Y'all got y'all's fill with the Hanzo real life Hanzo thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was probably one of the funniest things that I've seen in the past memory.
Funny my ass, man. They ripped that dude Cybernetics legs off him. That's
Yeah,
bullshit.
man. That's
Police brutality.
dude.
Oh my god, I can't. I y'all know I was having a hard time reading this shit without laughing. So like, anyways, guys. How's it feel, guys? Another podcast. How's it feel? I enjoy these. They're fun.
Yeah.
They're really nice. Like
I'll
the
put
only
it to you
thing.
like this: for somebody who doesn't like this kind of stuff, I have fun, and I don't really like this kind of stuff, and I still
like
have fun with
podcasts,
it.
man. I like podcasts. Podcasts for me are the kind of thing that I turn on in the background and I don't watch it. I just listen and I play Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah.
That's what I do, personally. Or it's something I do when I go to bed. Something I can just set down on my table next to me and just turn over and go to sleep and listen. Like I know Epic Name Bro. I don't know if you've watched his videos, but he used to make lore videos for Dark Souls 1.
I like EMB.
And I literally used to go to bed listening to his lore videos because they were so good. Dude, seriously.
No homo, but he's got a really nice voice, dude.
He does,
I can listen to EMB talk for hours, man.
He does, man. He's got a sexy man voice. He does.
I gotta work on my voice. Apparently, it's like super monotonous and shit.
My voice is like, I think I mentioned this last time. I mentioned it in a video. I used to think I had a very feminine voice. I think I'm okay
you
now.
mentioned this in one of the videos, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm okay now. That I've grown into my voice, cause like in real life it sounds kind of deep, but then when you hear it over like a microphone and shit, it just sounds like, I feel like it sounds weird.
Okay, we talked about puberty enough.
Puberty, man. I'm maybe the youngest out of us three, but I'm old enough to been
You're the
puberty.
youngest?
I think so.
When were you born?
February, 1994.
Oh, so you...
Yeah, I didn't know you didn't know that, Colin.
I'm 22, bro.
You're 22?
Yeah, he's 22. Yeah. Colin was fucking 20, right? Colin's younger than you are, ain't he?
Yeah, Colin's 20.
Yeah.
I thought you kept saying you're 23, and I kept thinking that we were the same age.
No, I'm 22, man. 22.
Dude.
22 years young.
Man, y'all fucking young and suck, man. I feel old as shit now.
No.
I go home yet?
You said you're 26, right?
28.
Nah,
Oh,
man.
shit, sorry.
Nah, man. YGM. That's all I gotta say. YGM.
I know. You're still using YGM. You got mail. Like what?
It's an AOL thing, okay? It's an AOL thing.
Shit, guys. Okay, I can't take anymore.
We're good. We're done.
All right, guys. We appreciate y'all for coming by. We have fun with these things. I hope you guys enjoy them too. Tell us what you think about the new layout. You know what I'm saying? We're moving things. Like I actually made the bar bigger this time instead of having it so small, and I layered the words on top of each other, and I made the topics a little bit longer, so it's not so much of a general, like just Overwatch, heroes. You know what I'm saying? It's you know more of what we're talking about. Although the Hot Snooze, I kind of bunched it into just Hot Snooze because there was a good bit of it.
But what I wanted to do, like with actually like Purple Dragon Games and Bone Disaster Calls House, I want them to be on the bottom of the actual feed.
On the cameras?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. So hold on.
You gotta do it now.
I'd have to adjust my camera first because my camera, it would cover my face.
It's a little bit high, yeah.
So, but hold on, I can still move them and see if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, and we also, I'm guessing gonna have to make
Whoa!
No, because I made them to be especially the size. I want them to be under.
Do you want them to be smaller?
No, I want them to be like yes.
You want them to be big as fuck?
So they're stretched along the whole thing. Anyway, we'll figure this out later.
Hold on. I got this. I'm still moving yours. Oh, there we go. You should see it soon.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Is that about what you want right there?
But my color is under the thing.
Huh? Yeah, I'm moving it. You'll see it in a second. Yeah, I'm moving it. Is that about what you want?
Something like that, but along the whole bar, along the whole feet. That's what I want to do.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, I was about to say, guys, no offense, but nobody wants to watch y'all do that. So we might want to go ahead and cut
Hey,
it out.
hey, you don't know. We may have some technical people in here who's trying to get
Yeah.
divisive about a podcast.
Well, they need to get themselves a fucking Colo that'll Skype screen share with them, won't they?
Anyways, guys, like always, we do appreciate y'all for coming by. Thank you a lot for sticking with us as long as you have.
Yeah, we love you guys, man. Y'all are fucking awesome.
Yeah, keep on giving us some feedback. Do you like it? The names and everything where it's at above the images? I personally like it. I think it looks really nice.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
If you want, maybe you think put it somewhere else, be a little bit less clutterful. But I feel like it fills in that gap between the pictures and the title. You know, I don't know. We'll figure something out. But tell us what y'all guys think. If you like the video, or the stream, I guess is what it is. If you like the podcast, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more podcasts, or if you just want to see more Overwatch content, or if you want to see more Heroes of the Storm content, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see a bunch of really cool Heroes of the Storm content, you could also go to the description and you can go subscribe to Colosaurus, because he's always doing a lot more than we are doing on our channel. Usually more Heroes of the Storm on that channel.
Is that a call-out, bro?
That is, man. Did you like it?
Oh, man.
I segued into it
Hey,
really
man,
well.
fucking shameless plugs for days, bro.
And then if you want to
Everywhere.
see more Overwatch, you could always go to my channel, because I'm doing daily videos / streams on my channel of Overwatch. Today I actually had a shorter stream because it got so fucking hot in my room that I had to end it. It was bad. It was bad, dude. And then if you could go to Bones' channel and you could subscribe to him just to make him feel good.
Have absolutely shit over there, guys.
He doesn't make videos over there, but it'll make him feel good. Make him know that you
Yep.
watched all the way to the end of our podcast.
I troll too much to fucking do anything on that fucking account, dude. I'd have to make another account just to fucking do videos on it. I troll too much in comments and shit on that account.
But anyways, guys, as always, thanks for watching. We'll see y'all on the next one.
Bye, guys.
Peace.